Cowboy emoji does have some of the most wholesome energy of any emoji. Like smile, default smile emoji kind of strikes me as, it's polymorphic. It can be boomer coded. It can be like a passive aggressive thing to add on the end of like a request. Hey, someone called in sick today. Can you cover their shift? Smiley face. But something about putting the cowboy hat on top of the regular smile like completely disarms the subtext that could be associated with just colon parentheses. Oh, well, until you give him a middle finger. I forgot I didn't tell this story last week when it happened. This happens a lot, I'm sure in a lot of places, but it happens a lot in Vancouver too, and I know that because I live here. One too many cars tried to sneak through a yellow light, and then it got trapped in the middle of the intersection, blocking the traffic in the direction that I was trying to go in. So I was like second in line to go straight, but this car was blocking the whole like lane. And the dude in front of me, I just saw him like throw his arms up and look at the driver to be like, come on, buddy, what do you do? Is this amateur hour? And then the dude rolled down the passenger side window and stuck out the bird. He's the one who made the mistake, man. The dude threw up his arms in frustration to be like, why would you do that? And then this guy said, hey, F you. And then I threw up my arms too. It was like me and him were synchronized swimming. I was like, what'd he say frick me for? I didn't tell him like, oh, try to sneak through, like you're the fifth car through on this yellow light. Are you crazy? Listen, I've been that guy in the past who blocks the intersection. People make mistakes. When people throw their arms up at me, I hit them with like a conciliatory nod, and like I point to myself and I go like, that's me, sorry, that's my bad. I'm not gonna say I never make mistakes, but like to then be embarrassed you made a mistake and then give the middle finger to the people who didn't do anything wrong, I mean, that's devoid of moral fiber, man. Was it a Georgia and Berard? No, but it goes to show you there's many such cases. I'm trying to think, Georgia and Berard. Well, that gets it. I mean, that's like the intersection of downtown. I can understand that. But no, this was, I mean, let me just, so been a part of the town where the people should have known better. Let's put it that way. Oak and Broadway. Wasn't Oak and Broadway. Although with all the construction out there, I can understand how you could get a little confused. It adds a little bit of extra complexity. Can we get a poll in chat? Are you a dentist? Like, why are you asking me so much about like when I brush my teeth? Did you see that tweet yesterday that was like, we have to fight back against unnecessary data requests by filling them out with bad data? Like when I go to the dermatologist and it asks me to write down my occupation, I'm going to start writing down like professional clown. I can relate to that. I'm starting to feel that same way about streaming. People are starting to get like way too personal. They're asking questions about things that are unrelated to the stream quality. I'm just going to start putting dummy data in there. I'm going to start putting like lorem ipsum. I thought you said bad data. Well, I mean bad data in the sense that it's a lie. Not bad data in this. I guess I am a professional clown in many ways, but I could write down like lawyer or something. Would people believe that? It doesn't matter, because I'm pretty sure that the medical office just takes all that data and then like sells it to advertisers or something. And that's how I end up having like 80 emails from Scotiabank that are like, you've been approved for a line of credit. And I'm like, who asked, buddy? I don't even bank with you. I've never stepped foot inside of one of your locations, I think, except for the movie theater. Do you ever get sacro... I can't even pronounce the word. There's too many I's and L's close together. Sacroiliac pain from sitting in a chair so much each day? I'm asking because I get it. Are you asking because you get it, or are you asking because you've been employed as a contractor in a B2B chiropractic services sales scheme in which you want to sell my data to some quacks who are going to hit me with electroshock therapy and like crack my neck? I'm a physiotherapist. Well, shouldn't you know the secret then? If anything, that just makes you more compromised. You're sus. If you were just like, if you were unemployed, I wouldn't be so sus. But now that I know you got your fingers in the industry pies, I'm on to you. Do I? No, not really. There was a time when I mean, I don't, you are obviously a physiotherapist because you know like the area of the body's Greek name. I just called it my lower back. I had lower back pain to the extent that I would be in pain a little bit just doing the dishes. And then I went to the physiotherapist 3 times. She gave me a massage and she gave me some stretches and exercises to do. That sorted it out. And then I stopped going and I stopped doing the stretches. And it's never come back since, and it never will, if I had to guess. She actually was so good at her job, she lost herself a client. My upper back does hurt sometimes, but I think it's intermittent, and I honestly think what it comes down to is like nights where my earbud falls out of my ear and then gets under my back while I'm sleeping. And then I wake up and I'm like, oh, it feels like I was like sleeping on a rock or something like that. Don't get me started on AI, man. I've got enough negative thoughts about AI. Hang on, /marker, ballot show. Somebody in chat just said they got 2 anonymous DMs asking what AI generated movie scripts sound better to them. Well, I am declaring war on all artificial intelligence and some of the natural intelligence that's developing it. I've been taking my daughter around to various playgrounds around Vancouver, okay? Why not the same playground that's most convenient every time? Because I'm spending a lot of time there. I'd like to mix it up. I'd like to get some stratification of like, oh, this playground's good for this playground's good for this one's got new toys, this one's got lots of open green space. You cannot read Google reviews for Vancouver parks anymore because the top reviews are all clearly written by AI. How do you know they're written by AI? They all use the same flowery, like pseudo-intellectual, unnecessarily dramatic prose to basically describe like a green field with 2 benches. It's always like, blah, blah park is an organic oasis in the middle of the concrete jungle that is this neighborhood of Vancouver. It has playground equipment for the kids and also public facilities such as bathrooms. This is a great place if you enjoy getting some vitamin D outside from the sun. Whereas a normal person, when you scroll down like 8 reviews, there's a normal person that's like, the toilet was pretty clean, 4 stars. So now I can't trust the reviews anymore because it says that this playground, like the top review is like somebody writing an essay with a composited AI generated profile image that's like great for kids. Then I get there and it's got like 1 swing set from 1971 and I'm like, you robots fucking lied to me, dude. Now I gotta go into the Justin McElroy Vancouver park rankings, but I have to be honest, I think that the park rankings are good, but they're not specifically focused on the playground equipment. A lot of them are focused on like where millennials should walk their fur babies, which is great and it's good for them. I'm just not, I'm not taking my 3-year-old to Fraser River Park, number 4 park in the greater Vancouver area, Fraser River Park. Does it even have a seesaw? Listen, I'm looking for something different. I do appreciate the amount of work that went into it. See, thank you, you found it. I mean, this is not specifically the one I was talking about, but this is emblematic of the theme. Connaught Park is a delightful place for a leisurely stroller, a peaceful moment in the heart of the city. The park's lush greenery and well-maintained pathways make it a perfect spot for relaxation and outdoor activities. With its charming atmosphere and beautiful surroundings, it's a haven for nature enthusiasts and those seeking a tranquil escape from the urban bustle. Whether you're looking to enjoy a picnic with family or simply unwind amidst nature, Connaught Park offers... Fuck you, you fucking robot! You're not a real person. You've never experienced the beauty of the sun on your face? The wind in your hair? If you take your shirt off. When you ruin the internet, that's one thing. But now you're ruining of the internet because the internet has like a middleware connection to MeatSpace. You're ruining MeatSpace a little bit for me as well because now I can't trust Google reviews. Now, you used to not be able to trust Google reviews for different reasons because people would, like, suffering mental illness would be like, I give this place 1 star because the waitress hates me. And you're like, this person's review needs to be cut from this like 100%. Now you can't trust any of them, man. The other thing I learned is you're no good in this game. All right, Kamakira123 from Boise, Idaho. What is this badge? Raging Wolf Helm. This badge was earned for watching Elden Ring during the initial Shadow of the Erdtree expansion launch. They gave you a badge for being such a good consumer. That's so awesome for you. You must be happy. Now, let me think about this. Bro, I wanted that badge. I bet you did. Unfortunately, you've got to be an elite consumer of media. Not the media itself, but like reactions to the media itself in order to get a badge that prized. Not everybody has that kind of, that greatness within them. You know, Michael Jordan, Don Bradford, or who's the cricket guy? Okay, Costco executive member. Thank you for reminding me. I think I got to swing by today. I'm in a tough situation. Let me just explain it to you, okay? Maybe this is the problem with North America. I buy all my socks at Costco because they're cheap. Possibly as an effect of the fact that they're cheap, they break down like crazy. I mean, I do use them when I'm cycling, so I'm assuming there's like a reasonable amount of friction versus a day-to-day sock. So they break down really quick. But then so many of them break down that when I go through my sock drawer and throw out the ones with like tons of holes, I'm like, holy shit, I just threw out like 20 socks. That means I need to buy like 10 more pairs. What pops into my head? Costco, bro. That's the best place to buy 10 pairs of socks for like $11.99. But because I buy them at Costco, they break down faster, and I'm like in a subscription cycle right now. The Pumas are durable. Let me see, what am I rocking here? I think I'm rocking Champions. Is that like... I don't have any knowledge of North American like athletics brand. Is Champion like a poverty sock or something? I do buy whatever's cheapest, so you know, maybe there's an element of that. Champion's fine. Get them CCMs. I suppose I could consider the CCMs. They're low to mid tier. Yeah, the hole always forms, oh, thanks a lot, somewhere between the toe and the ball of the foot. I've been trying the Kirkland high socks and they're indestructible. See, Jay, that's a whole other issue for me. I'm trying to figure out if I'm at the position of my... So all of the socks I own, with exception of like a few pairs of athletic socks, are high socks. And I'm thinking about working some low socks into my routine. But now I'm like, to cover all the bases, it's crazy. I don't know if you'll ever see me get a high black sock, because I feel like you can't wear it with shorts. It's too like Steve Urkel coded. You can wear white high socks with shorts and lean into the geek look a little bit, but if they turn into black socks, it's just too much. You might as well have like suspenders on or something like that. I think I need to switch it up. I got to get rid of the black New Balances and buy like a white pair of sneakers. All the cool guys are wearing white sneakers these days, but then I got to replace my white socks with black socks. I gotta like invert the lower half of my wardrobe. I'm way behind on the current fashion trends. You gonna get some hot dogs? I was thinking about it. It's really hard not to, because they're like $1.50 with a drink. But then I'm also like, I don't know, I'm kind of like losing weight right now. And you could probably like, you know, maintain your caloric deficit and still have like a Kirkland signature footlong hot dog combo. But I also feel like for me, I'm the kind of guy where like, it's easy for me to make allowances for myself. So I'd be like, you know, oh, I've been good. I did a 2-hour Peloton ride today. Librarian can go check the metrics. I'm going to guess that we were around, if I had to guess, 1,280 kilojoules over 120 minutes. Still a pretty good one. But then, like, I make the allowances for myself so much that they add up to, like, just treading water. So I think I have to be like a hardliner with myself, at least for a bit, when the motivation is there. And then when the motivation is gone, I can be like, oh, let's have some hot dogs. Respect for going to Costco. It's like being in traffic, but as a human being instead of a car. True. That's pretty true. I mostly like it, though, Because, and this is, I would not describe this as good. I think it's a character flaw. But like when somebody, probably just well-meaning, makes a mistake in Costco, or what I perceive as a mistake, such as like the indignity of not knowing there were people behind them before they stopped driving their cart because they're actually looking at something that they're interested in purchasing. That for me makes me feel superior to them as a human being, which is like completely artificial. And unnecessary, but does give me like a little hit of pleasure and reward. So even I'm the kind of guy who's I think I'm a little mentally ill in the sense that when I'm frustrated, I'm like glad I'm frustrated because I'm like, look at how much better than this person that I am. And the way that oh, that's a good card, man. The way that tends to manifest itself is that I'll be looking at like something in the freezer aisle, and then there will be someone behind me, and I'll just move my shit out of the way and say sorry for no reason. Even though they could have they saw me there, they could have just moved around. Instead, I'm like, no, I'm in the way right now. I'll try to minimize my physical size as much as possible so that they can't even see me. Are you ope-pilled in the supermarket or no? Yeah, I would say I'm ope-pilled for sure. I say ope if someone has to move by me, and I say ope if I have to move by someone, as if it's my fault in both situations. But in my head, and this is perhaps the most disagreeable part of it, in my head, I say ope, but I'm like, it's your fucking fault. People are complicated, guys, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Why not say excuse me? Because it's not the fucking Queen of England or something. What do you mean, excuse me? I don't need to be excused for being in the food aisle at the grocery store. How about you excuse yourself, buddy? How about I just hit you with a little ope instead? I hit people with a pardon. You know what I've noticed? And again, maybe this, I guess I can't avoid the idea that this is, of course, in some ways based on my own personal viewpoint instead of like objective data, right? I feel like people are more aggressively anti-sorry these days than they used to be. My rose-colored glasses nostalgia memory is that early 2000s, you're walking through a Canadian Tire, you get in someone's way, you're like, sorry. They say, no, sorry, my bad, no, don't, sorry, like no problem. Nowadays, I would say like 3 out of 5 sorries are being met with another sorry, which is how I felt like we do it in Canada. But then like 40% of them is like the other person almost taking offense to the sorry, as if it's insulting for me to suggest that a diminutive character such as myself could possibly inconvenience an alpha male such as you inside of the Target or the Trader Joe's, right? So like instead of being like, oh, I may have inconvenienced you and now I'm acknowledging it and I apologize for that, now I'm saying like, oh, I'm so superior to you that I must have impacted your life in some way, and you're like, that ain't gonna happen. So like 40% of the time I get hit with like you didn't do anything. And I'm like, that's not what we're doing here, man. You're reading too much into the sorry. It's a West Coast issue? It might be. You might be right. I may be crazy. Thoughts on no worries? I'm a no worries user. I'm a no worries main. I wouldn't say I main it. I mean, listen, can I hit you with my sorry tech? If someone says sorry to me, I would say 90% of the time I reply my bad. Even though it's not my bad at all, probably. But I'm saying, the way I look at it, maybe it's the twisted world of my own vernacular. They were nice by saying sorry, so I'm then taking their resignation and I'm saying, you don't get to resign because it's actually my fault. So let's both resign together. It's like the end of the Hunger Games 1, right? Whereas I feel like if I say sorry, I feel like that's a great way to do it. It's like 2 sorries, 2 rights doesn't make a wrong, is what I'm saying. What it gets me, and maybe again, this is like Alexander Hamilton, Aaron Burr coded, like we got a duel to the death. If I say sorry and you rebuke the sorry, that's like rebuking a thank you. is like, you don't have to thank me, it's my job. And I'm like, well, I did thank you. So you basically counterspelled it, and now, like, you've in my opinion, you've rejected my social politeness, and you've created animosity between us for no reason when you could have united us and brought us together. I'm an it's all good guy. That's a good one too. Every group needs one it's all good guy. Are you celebration cookie pilled? When I'm flying WestJet, of course, because that's what they give you. I personally don't want to buy cookies at the grocery store because then I'll eat the cookies from the grocery store. But on an airplane, sure. How are they always on sale? I don't say this to be unnecessarily rude. I think the target audience for celebration cookies, let's just put it nicely, they're not getting any younger. I'm in my mid-20s and I love celebration cookies. Hang on. Okay, let me one moment here. Can I find them? You didn't do anything wrong, by the way. I'm 22 and I can get down with them. That's not what I'm looking. Okay, Life Gives You Lennon. This is your name. Life Gives You Lennon. /user. Life Gives You Lennon. Okay? Now this is, you're not on trial, okay? At all. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. I do want to posit some theories about you, okay? And you tell me if I'm right or wrong in this. As a mid-20s celebrations cookies, not just enjoyer, but I'm assuming purchaser from the grocery store, as a regular consumer, I'm also going to guess that you love BBC and Channel 4 panel shows from the nation of the United Kingdom. You have 30 seconds to reply. Okay, I'm looking. Not really. Poser. You're a poser. I'm sorry. It's the honest to goodness truth. Let's start here. Obviously, we want to use the star as well on the Red Seal King. Just so he's open for business. Sorry, I can't say open for business without, you know what I'm gonna say. Maybe you don't. Maybe you got to be an old head.
If you exploit animals, my crotch is closed for business. If you are vegan, my crotch is open for business.
Meat eating partner, closed for business. Vegan observing partner, open for business. You know that old John Sakars classic? Consumes animal products, closed for business. You don't know it? That's old internet. I saw John Sakars once at the Whole Foods that's at like it's like Canby and 8th. And I was like, I gotta get a picture of John Sakars. Then I was like, fuck you, man. He's just living his life. But then I think I did tweet that I saw John Sakars at the grocery store, and then somebody like added John Sakars and was like, this guy saw you at the grocery store. And I was like, yo, man, fuck off. Be cool, bro. You're not supposed to snitch tag.
Oh my goodness. I'm famous? Yo, I just saw John Sakars at my grocery store. I've never met anyone famous. Was he buying anything non-vegan? Dude is literally wearing a hoodie that says vegan. Wow. You know, I thought maybe one day I'd become famous, but it's actually happened. I'm famous.
Canby and 8th, also another shit intersection where people run the light. Yo, listen, bro, okay? I'm not saying you gotta respect the drivers, but they gotta put a protected left in there, okay? There's a lot of that. There's a Home Depot, there's a Canadian Tire, there's a Save On Foods, there's a Whole Foods, there's a Wendy's, there's a pretty good Japanese curry place in that area as well. They gotta put one protected left in there. No wonder people, and then you get also, and again, the pedestrians have the right of way, but it's like a 7-block crossing, and then people walk on like 2 seconds left, and they're like, oh, I'll just cheat the light. But then the people that are turning left also have to cheat the light, or they're gonna get T-boned at the intersection. So everybody's mad at everybody else for like they're taking one step of umbrage, and then it just adds up to like this cluster. Anyway, I can understand why people are like, why things get messed up over there. I can understand it. I hate that intersection so much. Me too. I believe that is also where I was, because you get a confluence of like yuppies and insane people there. That's also where a man who I can only describe as being dressed like he came out of the Great Depression, like he was like a Amish guy, was outside of that Whole Foods, and I was walking my daughter when she was like a year old. She was in her stroller, and then he was like, "Used to be a woman would do that work." And I just looked at him, and I was kind of like, I don't even know what he means by that. Like, I was just on my way to the store. I wasn't really like engaging in childcare directly. I mean, it's childcare, but there's a lot harder jobs than that. Let's put it that way. Hello. That's also the last place I saw the duck lady. I thought she was more associated with East Van, but I guess I don't mean anything by this. I know it sounds bad. I think she gets around. Not like that! I said not like that, man. Oh, she died. Sorry. My mistake. I'm not up on the Vancouver folk heroes. I did see, wasn't like Roller Girl is missing too? Oh, no, she yelled at me last week on Main Street. Okay, Roller Girl's still out there. She's eternal. Oh, someone stole her roller skates. That's what I saw. Someone stole her roller skates. There's a few characters. There's guy, when I first moved to Vancouver, there was a guy who was always posted up outside of the Scotiabank Theater downtown. And he would always have like no shirt on and be like shivering. And he had a sign that was like, "Today's my 62nd birthday, like anything helps." And you're like, oh, that's like really sad. Then like we went to see 2 movies in like 3 days or something like that. And that dude was like, "It's my 62nd birthday, anything helps." And I'm like, listen, I understand the hustle, but at the same time, like, kid, I don't understand. How many birthdays have you got, man? That's all I'm saying. I know Opera Man as well. I don't know if I've ever seen him, but I've heard folk tales of Opera Man.
Oh, bel bambino, non piangere, non piangere dentor, la mamma tua cullandoti, e ti bacio salvator.
Yo, what is that? It's got a reflective surface on it. My wife is showing off her gamer swag.
Dawntrail Deluxe Limited Edition.
Oh. I would honestly, when I saw you coming down the stairs with it at first, I was so concerned that it was magic cards. So it being like a video game is the best possible outcome for me. I was like, the magic card craze is sweeping the nation. When I saw like an angel on the front of the box with a sword, I was like, no, man, no, not again. Let's just see what we get here. Fool for an emperor. Sure, okay. Now, this is where things get hot, okay? It's kind of a beautiful situation. I guess you could at least double chip ya. High Priestess. Hanged Man. I'm not going to use the glass card yet, just because we don't have any molted cards that are being added here. It's just the lucky. So I think we just send this first and save the... It would have been nice. The lucky card actually popped there, but okay. It makes using all the glass together makes sense for sure. I can see the value there. It's kind of a great card to receive. Just thinking. You should be part of the glass. But also, all of the all of the molters should be part of the glass too, but you can't have both. So let's start here. Another glass card, a beautiful get. Our base molt is 44. I think it's worth holding a steel. We actually don't need to use the diamond. Okay. I mean, given the circumstances, I think we can hold one. I think we can hold one. I can't believe I'm going to puzzle the math. Let me think about this for a second. Yeah, okay. You should be here for sure. Let me think about this. 335 times 44. But it's going to be 335 times 54. 58. 116. 232. And then this is going to add 1.5 on top of that. So it's like 335 times 300. It's like 100,000 points as is. You're right. You can dump that too. It makes it easy. It makes it easy. Even with the wrong jack. I love the nose while we like dominated. It's the principle. The results don't matter, man. It's the process. Justice card goes crazy too. 75. We only need 100,000. Lads, we're gonna make it. It's already been made. This is the week of gaming, man. This is crazy. What happened to my brain? You gotta touch grass. Look at it. Look at what touching grass did for us. Sisyphus. Gold stakes. Jokerless. I had the best Lethal Company performance of my life yesterday. Still a lot of mistakes, but I mean, it's outside of the norm for me. Probably would just skip on that one. And then this is where we go all in. Nah, dog. Not necessary. Honestly, worth the 20 bucks we spent here. And I don't know, you're probably not going to come in handy, but it's something. Okay, that's a great card to have selected. I mean, you just go all in immediately, I would say. Make sure your glass cards are at the end. I mean, I think that's it, man. Oh, that was very satisfying. They waited until the end and then ka-chunk. Jokerless. Easy. Flush Jokerless. It's that simple. Challenge deck. Done. Done, 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 done. Hey, Dash Boral, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. You're right. My chakras are aligned, man. Okay, slash marker. Call that Jokerless. We did that in an hour. I can't believe it. That's crazy. Now what? Now we sit and we say thank you, Local Thunk, for making a fucking sick game, dude. I'm resisting the notion to say, I can't wait for the DLC and trying to show genuine appreciation for the beautiful work of art that we received, regardless of when or if the DLC is actually coming. I'm resisting the urge to sully the good nature of this game with community-created mods. No disrespect. Tom Toretto, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. How many hours in Balatro? It's hard to count because I have done the Daniel thing with Balatro sometimes where I played it on a Friday and then left it open till Sunday. But Steam says I have 294 hours. Yeah, if you apply a dampening factor to that, I would say 85% of my of my time is valid. So you would just open up your Steam or your Windows calculator real quick. You do 294.3 times 0.85. Say about 250.155 natural hours. Yeah, but what about the banter? That doesn't count. It's like saying, like, when you go to a restaurant, it only counts if you're eating. No, I wasn't late. I wasn't late because I spent 2 hours at the restaurant. There was only 11 minutes of eating. What are you talking about? What's your CPU's uptime at? You need to get a hobby. No disrespect. You know what? Slight disrespect, because you're disrespecting me. r/PC Master Race Moderators, when presented with 2 buttons. One of them is make your entire self-worth about your computer hardware and how well you treat it. The other one is cultivate a hobby that nurtures your spirit. I understand how it is. You go to the image boards, it's asymmetric warfare. You can bully anybody. They're never going to see it. You take that same rhetoric over here, I can see it. I can reply to you. And then when you reply to me to try to bully me and rebut what I said, I choose not to read it out loud because I control the flow of information. That's asymmetric warfare. Welcome to cyberbullying. It's not so nice when you're on the other side, is it? +2, +2. +2. All I was trying to do was insult your way of life. Listen, buddy, the things I own don't own me. You ever hear of a little philosopher called Tyler Durden? Was he arrested for his crimes? Yes, he did get arrested. But then I think he was released in like 71 or something, right? He lost a little weight. He dressed like Jimmy Cagney. I swear he did look great. Who among us is perfect? So true. When someone says something so uptime phobic and you have to hit them with the Windows Update 2022 1.634 stare. Started eating apples again because of your streams. Had an enjoyable work break snack. Thank you. Do you see what we're doing here? We're changing the world, one person at a time. I do need to say, I've been going to bat for Cosmic Crisp apples, and then I bought Envy apples because our grocery store had a dereliction of Cosmic Crisp, and I was like, these Envies are pretty good too. Then I went back to the grocery store yesterday, and there were more Cosmic Crisps. So I said, finally, I don't have to debase myself with the Envies anymore. I go back to the Cosmic Crisp, and I was like, I honestly think it's possible that Envy is even better. I think I've gone, like 4 or 5 years ago, I was a Fuji man, and then people were like, you got to get Honey Crisp. And I tried the Honey Crisp, and I was like, it's kind of like analogous to the Fuji. They're both great. Then people said, you got to try the Cosmic Crisp. I tried the Cosmic Crisp, and it blew my mind. Then they said, if you like Cosmic Crisp, you got to get the Envy. I got the Envy. It blew my mind again. It might have even blown it more than the Cosmic Crisp. They're doing incredible leaps and bounds in Apple science, man. I think I might be an Envy man, personally. Granny Smith has its place. A, in the compost bin. B, maybe in like a pie, maybe. Maybe in a pie. Maybe picked off of a tree on the side of the road in like 1910s America or something like that by Davy Crockett or something like that. Come on, man. Next you're going to be like, oh, as a kid I loved Yellow Delicious. Like, what are you talking about, man? Shit is made of wet sand. That's like still working out with trapezoidal weights, okay? We've made great advances in material science. We're using like octagonal weights now, okay? Hexagonal, maybe? Hexagonal? Listen, brother, all I'm going to say is if you're still eating Granny Smiths in 2024, in my personal opinion, it's time to up your Apple game. I mean, I'm glad that somebody's buying them, I guess, because it means there's like more Envy, Cosmic Crisp, Fuji, Honey Crisp, and Pink Lady and Jazz Apples for me. But really, Granny Smiths, they are probably the cheapest. I'll give you that. They're so sour, dude. If you want, I mean, you could just buy like a lemon. The lemons are right there. If you're baking an apple pie, apparently it's the best apple for baking, okay? But I do also want to say, I've been talking about how like, so this story goes back. Sometimes when I go to the grocery store, there's a guy who recognizes me from my work on Twitch. He says hi, I say hi. It's nice to have a man on the inside. I'm always happy to see him. but it's got my conspiracy theory going a little bit, because I talked a lot like 2 weeks ago about how at the grocery store I go to most often, there's a big bin of apples and a big bin of pears, okay? And they got the same number of fruits in each. And every motherfucker that comes into the store buys a bag full of apples. I've never seen anybody grab a pear out of there. So I was like, the grocery stores either must know something I don't know, or those pears are old, or I don't know, there's like some lobbying going on from the pear industry or something like that. Went back to the grocery store yesterday, 3 bins full of apples, half-size bin of pears. That's it. It weren't even Bartlett's. They were red pears. No Bartlett's, no Bosks, just red pears. I think it's possible we may have revolutionized this single grocery store. I don't know if this person has the pull to cause them to rearrange like the whole produce section, but either way, I feel like we're making positive changes in the world, okay? Now, Pokedoku, this is really tough for me. I did see they added competitive Pokedoku. We will not be doing 1v1s against anybody because I would lose every game, which is fine. Let me think about this for a second. Steel G-Max form. Steelix Mega. G-Max. Pikachu G-Max. Okay, hang on. Let me Venusaur G-Max. Right here. Venusaur G-Max. Steel G-Max. Steelix G-Max. Aggron G-Max. Metagross Mega? What's up with the Megas, bro? Where's the G-Maxes? They don't make G-Maxes anymore. Galar G-Max. Wheezing Galar G-Max. Okay, Grass Bug. That's a gimme. Weedle. No. Scyther. I tapped it so fast I was sure. Steel Bug. Sizor. Steel Dark. We did this one. This was Dark Rye. No, you're a dragon. Dark Steel Dark Rye G-Max. No, that's Scyther G-Max. Beedrill Mega. They don't make the G-Maxes anymore. They turned all the G-Maxes into Megas, man. 2 more guesses. I have no idea what to guess. Reggie Steele. Grass Bug feels very doable, man. Is it possible this is just a Metapod Andrew? Nope. Okay. All right. Some of this, I feel like I could have gotten some. No, I don't feel like I could have gotten any of these. I do know Peter Chris, Obstagoon. What is he? He's Dark Galar. That would have been a crazy pull for me. I know Shiftry, I guess. That's Dark Grass. That would have been a pretty nice pull as well. Everything else here, I mean, I know Durant, but it's kind of because he doesn't evolve. You catch it in Pokemon Go and you go, whatever. 1,000 power fucking steel cockroach. What do I care? Okay, it's a home invasion. Perhaps this is this is Funny Games remake. No, that's Michael C. Hall and Don Johnson. Is this hell or high water? I don't know. Michael C. Hall. What the fuck is he wearing, man? I have not. I don't know what this is, dude. I don't know what it is. Cold in July. I've never heard of it. Cold in July. He do got that shit on. This is how I feel whenever I tuck my shirt into my shorts. It's crazy how tucking in your shirt used to be the norm. I've been trying to tuck in my shirt a little bit more. But tucking in your shirt, I feel like it's like the Emperor's New Clothes. Like anytime I tuck my shirt in, I'm like, damn, I got that shit on. Then I look at myself like in the reflection of a store window like 4 hours later, and I'm like, I look like a fucking like a 9-year-old kid who got hit with like a growth ray or something like that. Like I should have like a rainbow baseball hat with a propeller on top of it. I think it's a little bit like skinny guy privilege. I think when you're skinny, you can tuck your shirt in and it looks cool. But if you're like not skinny and you tuck your shirt in, you do look like you're trying to sell someone like home and auto insurance bundled. I don't know. Something to think about. Many such cases. We lost to the average on Barstool trivia, which is honestly very sobering. Maybe we have to hawk Tua and spit on that thing. Please don't. Please create groups of 4. Yeah. Workshop, spitball, brainstorm, ideate. To conceive of a concept. Marble. Mar. First 3 letters are a month in the Caesarean calendar. That's the kind of mental illness that they've done to me in connections. Marble. Crumb. Real. Material. I mean, concrete, solid, marble, like those seem... Oh, wait, how about pound cake, marble cake, crumb cake, birthday cake? Types of cakes. He's a genius. Solid. Tantrum. Tan. Soul. This is like some trigonometry shit? Tantrum, concrete, party, solid? I don't think I can send it on that without a hypothesis, man. It feels right, though. You throw a curveball, you throw a tantrum, you throw a party, and I guess you throw a wrench into the works. Things you throw in metaphors. Solid, real, these are just like, I don't even know what you'd say. Corporeal? Tangible, okay. Dude, perfect connections. And purple on the 3rd row instead of the 4th row. Imagine your brain working like this. Engineering students, when there's no formula sheet that they could consult to beat New York Times connections. Sorry. I was going to say us humanities students need... we need some glazing, but then I remember I have a science degree. Yes, it's biology. I don't know. I would rather it be like an arts degree because it's meaningless as a science degree. At least with an arts degree, I could have like some superiority. Like I could be like my degree educated me in a cultural sense, but it really didn't. I'm kind of like in the nomad. Nobody claims me, man. Nobody claims me. Namaste Organic Perfect Flour Blend. 5 pounds of flour at Costco. Should be cheap, but it's called Namaste, which means it's probably a little bit more expensive than I would expect. But I feel like 5 pounds of flour for $4.99 is a bargain, bro. Clearly, I don't do that much baking. Okay, maybe 5 pounds of flour makes 1,000 loaves of bread. I have no idea. This one is just, we're just doing the search, man. You know how it is. How about $11.99? $11.99. I will say I've been making some pizzas at home, though. Which is a scam, I want to say, because they've solved delivery pizza. They can get consistent, good-tasting pizza delivered to your house for like almost as cheap as you can make it when you buy the ingredients from the grocery store. And I will also admit, okay, I haven't been making my own dough, but I'm not buying the crust from the grocery store. I'm buying the dough from the grocery store. It's been making some darn good pizzas. And the genesis for that is I found out that our oven has a pizza mode. Because I always heard, like, don't make your own pizzas at home if your oven isn't like a kiln that can get up to like 800 degrees or something like that. And I saw the pizza mode on my oven, and I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker goes up to like 610 or something like that. I was scared. I was sitting in front of the oven window watching it to make sure like it didn't spontaneously combust. Like it was getting hot, man. but the pizza turned out crispy. And I'm starting to get half decent at actually making the pizza look like a circle instead of like a loogie as well, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, like 610 is pretty hot. What do you put on your pizzas? I usually, my daughter only likes pepperoni, so usually I make a pepperoni pizza for her, and then for my wife and I make a pepperoni pizza that has some vegetables on it. Because I don't want it. You can start to get a little too precious with it. You buy like enough pepperoni, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, am I really going to get like another entire suite of ingredients just for one pizza? That's too much. You say, hey, we got onions in the house. We got peppers in the house. We go buy a tomato or something like that. It has pepper in the name. It's basically a vegetable. I still think, like, listen, this is not that funny, but it is kind of an amusing observation. Last year when I went camping, I kept like a notes document on my phone just for idle thoughts because I didn't have phone access. First thing I wrote in it, it's crazy that Peppa and Macca are both Ronies. I still think about that like once a month. I'm like, damn, I don't know where that bolt of inspiration came from, but it is kind of crazy. I mean, I get that they're both tubes, but like they're pretty distinct to both be in the Roni camp. It's like how platypuses and cows are like closely evolutionary related because they both have milk or whatever. I don't know. I got to think about that one a little bit more. How about like Tajikistan? November 16th, 2018, a Walt Disney picture that is a fantasy adventure by the name of, it would not be Frozen 2 because Frozen 2 would be listed as animated. This stars Eddie Redmayne. This is Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. Gellert Grindelwald has escaped imprisonment and begun gathering followers to his cause. Elevating wizards above all non-magical beings. The only one capable of putting a stop to him is the wizard he once called his closest friend, Aldous Dumbledore. However, Dumbledore will need to seek help from the wizard who had thwarted Grindelwald once before, his former student Newt Scamander, who agrees to help unaware of the dangers that lie ahead. I didn't see that one. Universal. 38 million. It's close to Thanksgiving weekend. Stars Benedict Cumberbatch. Genre. Animation. Oh, no. It was The Heist Before Christmas. It's the Grinch. The Grinch. Yes, okay. The Grinch hatches a scheme to ruin Christmas. Who would have thought? Hey, NL, you ever play StarCraft 2? You're fucking with me. I'm being gangstalked. I went in to pick up some takeout last night. There was a young gentleman inside of the store on his cell phone that I thought might be part of my demographic, of my audience. And when he was talking on the phone, he was like, yeah, that sometimes happens in StarCraft 2. And I was like, this motherfucker is going to know who I am. And now you're in chat talking about, hey, NL, you ever play StarCraft 2? Thinking I can't connect the dots like that? You think I can't? What are you trying to do? What's your game? Who hired you? Least paranoid bit. He seemed cool. I don't think he's trying to kill me. I'm just wondering what he's playing at, man. Viola Davis. Here we go. Widows. Now that's a picture. Woo! 64th percentile, baby. She did the thing. No, Angela Bassett did the thing, man. Viola Davis, my woman king. What up now, Swedes? So true. That one felt good, though. This should be makeable, okay? Let me think about this for a second. We need to talk about Kevin stars Tilda Swinton. Emperor's New Groove has Eartha Kitt, Patrick Warburton, David Spade, John Goodman. I have it. This is a speed run. Emperor's New Groove. John Goodman, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? George Clooney, Burn After Reading, Tilda Swinton. We need to talk about Kevin. John Goodman. Oh Brother, George Clooney, Burn After Reading, Tilda Swinton. We need to talk about Kevin. 10 seconds. Time? Ten seconds is pretty quick. Now, it's one more node than we needed. Oh, Saturday Night Live, the best of Chris Farley, SHOBAN, Fallon, Hogan. But it sounds like I'm cursing you out in German. Come on, man. I don't want to get into the Gaelic discussion of the names. I don't know how they're pronounced, okay? I just learned Saoirse and I know Kiva, okay? But these are not, they don't come second nature to me. It's Siobhan, okay. Siobhan. He's sort of an evil person. I know. I can't conjure what that's from. But you writing it in that voice reminded me of what it is. Oh, it's the tweet, Barry Coughin describing the Joker to Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah. He's sort of an evil person. I know what you're talking about. It's Keegan. Okay, Keegan. Playing fast and loose with the GH there. I understand. Bandle Classic. To me, this looks like fucking Super Metroid, bro. That's the color palette of one Super Metroid. Never mind. It's the wrong franchise. End Saga. This is a Soul Calibur 1, for sure. No. It's Bayonetta 2. Oh, Jesus. Black Desert Online. The Bouncer? The Bouncer from Square Enix? Is this they don't even have it. I mean, you look like a Nomura character for sure, but you're kind of like a little bit more modest. It's confusing. This is a confusing one. I have no idea. Let's type in Final Fantasy. Sure, I know it's not this, but if it's in the saga, I guess. Nope. Legend of Dragoon. Yes, Legend of Dragoon. We get there. It was this. Two games I always wanted on the PlayStation 1 that I never bought. Legend of Dragoon and Valkyrie Chronicles. Valkyrie Tales. Valkyrie Profile. Thank you. I mean, there was an era, like, if you're younger, you know, you could be forgiven for being like Final Fantasy is a game that comes out like main series once every like 7 years or something like that. But like they had such a wealth of talent in the late 1990s. They were releasing like a Final Fantasy every year and a half. And then they're like, we got all this fucking good shit. Why don't we just put out like some other games that are almost as good? Then the movie fucked up the studio. That makes sense. I saw it in theaters twice, and both times that shit was fucking empty. There's an old joke I probably stole from Official PlayStation Magazine. It's like Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, no real people in the movie. Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within at the movie theater, no people in the theater. I own that shit on DVD too. I don't know. How would I know? Be realistic. It's not enough information to make a guess. This is Splinter Cell Blacklist. This is Splinter Cell Double Agent. This is Splinter Cell Conviction. This is Splinter Cell. I'm gonna have to say this is probably Chaos Theory. There we go. No, it's wrong. It's the first one. Oh, man. Why does he look like a suburban dad? Society has changed to make suburban dads look like Sam Fisher. Back when Splinter Cell 1 came out, suburban dads looked like Michael C. Hall in Cold in July. Now every suburban dad is on like TRT and like synth oil, and they all have fucking short cropped beards and Oakley sunglasses and like assault rifles in every room in their house. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. It was more like Scott Weiland in the Days of the Week music video. Like, bro, you're an accountant. Why are you on steroids? Are you stupid? No disrespect, okay? It's giving you something, okay? Maybe in Shaughnessy. Dialguiga, no suburban dads live in Shaughnessy. There's like 7 old people and then a bunch of like investors from overseas. It's empty, man. You could play road hockey on the streets. You go 2 blocks away from Granville Street, you could just set up a couple of nets. You could play a regulation game and never have to move the nets out of the way. It's abandoned. And yet somehow it's the houses are still like $5.8 million each. It doesn't make any sense, but regardless. Okay, this is fucked. Maybe it's not fucked. Maybe I can actually do this. Mia Goth is in X. And she's in Infinity Pool. And because I don't have U-Block Origins, I know that she's in Maxine. What? Thank you. So I can actually do this today. Oh, Lily James? Fuck, man. Okay, Chris Evans, one-word title. Can't be done. It can't be done. Yes, it can. Life. I saw that shit in theaters. He's not in that. He's in Sunshine. You're thinking of Ryan Reynolds, man. Oh, brother. 2010 to 2024. Everybody makes mistakes. Lily James. So she's definitely in a Cinderella movie. She's also definitely in Baby Driver, right? Yep. Okay, let's see. Lily James, 2010 to... God is my witness, I don't know another Lily James movie, man. Mamma Mia! Here we go again. Oh, High Life. I didn't know Mia Goth was in High Life. She must show up after I turned it off. +2. I really don't like High Life. I respect that it's high concept, but I did not enjoy High Life. Maybe it's time to go back now that I've purged Kevin Feige from my brain, though. Hang on, I'm selecting all images with motorcycles. I don't know. Yeah, that has a bicycle in it. These are, well, yeah, I would say that has a bicycle. I mean, is a pedal a bicycle? I don't know. It's connected to a bicycle. Is it, stripped of context, a bicycle? I would say yes. I would say there's a bicycle in this image. It's kind of a philosophical question, though.
Ash, a noun meaning any of a genus, Fraxinus, of trees of the olive family with pinnate leaves, thin furrowed bark.
Okay, we almost blew it 6 times on that one. We almost lost on question 1 over and over.
Inflate, a verb meaning to swell.
Don't Google it.
Chia, a noun meaning an annual herb. Forgive.
Why was she so happy to say chia? It's like the first time the AI's ever gotten to pronounce it. They're like, that's a cute
Veteran,
one.
a noun meaning a former.
You know what I was thinking? Is it possible that squirrel is the longest one-syllable word? Squirrel. It's 8 letters long. 1 syllable? Squirrel. That's crazy. Screeched? To me, screeched is definitely 2 syllables. Shrieked? Shrieked is 2 syllables in my house. Strengths? That's 2 syllables in my house. Squirrel isn't? Squirrel. Squirrel. S-Q-U-I-R-L. Squirrel. Shrieked. 3 syllables. Shrieked. 3 syllables. Shrieked. Go back to junior kindergarten.
Anoint.
Yo.
A verb meaning to...
I told you I'm being gangstalked.
Sacrament. A noun...
You already know I'm getting there on the perfect line.
Sequoia. A noun meaning either of 2...
That's a joke.
Frangipane. A noun meaning a
That
custom...
is not how it's pronounced, I think. If you said that shit at Joe's Italian Deli, they'd laugh. Oh, they're nice people. They probably wouldn't laugh you out of the establishment. I don't think they sell it either, but
Beethovenian, a biographical name meaning
Beethovenian. How delightful. The eponymous composer himself.
enervating, a verb meaning to reduce the mental or moral vigor.
It's the second time I've gotten that word wrong.
Ensilage, a noun meaning the process of preserving fodder by ensiling.
We blew it. Enervating ensilage. I wasn't even close on the last one. That's because she had like a Philadelphia access, man. Or accents, not a... She might have access to Philadelphia. I don't know. I don't know where her AI voice hard drive is located. Pennsylvania mentioned. Yo, it's a great time to be Pennsylvanian. Aren't all American politicians going to be spending like the next 6 months in your state? It's like you in Michigan and Wisconsin, right? You guys are going to get all sorts of concessions. I think it's possible that Scrapple might become like the national dish of America in 2024. Rice flour, brown sugar, peanuts, coconut milk, vanilla extract, banana leaves. Whew, that looks fucking tasty, man. They made flour in the meat, but I'm gonna take this is a crazy poll. What about Guyana? Ice cold. I have no idea, man. When I think of like bananas, I guess that's option. Oh, vanilla extract, man. It's probably Madagascar. Duh. Koba. This is good Koba, man. Not the Planet of the Apes villain from the second movie. All my homies hate Koba. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't agree with his means, but you can see where he sort of, why he was so annoyed with the humans. Because Caesar was like, let's have a truce with the humans. And then one human would go rogue and, then all of a sudden Koba's like, look what happens, bro. You give them an inch, they take a mile. He pulled some real low shit. Yeah, but I don't think that he needs to worry about like the fucking Geneva Convention that says like you can't pretend to be like dumb and then steal a gun from two dudes that are your enemy. There's nothing in the Geneva Convention that applies to like chimpanzees, I think. He killed Caesar's son. Listen, I'm not saying you got to stand Koba. Obviously, Caesar was a better leader, okay? But not everyone can be Abraham Lincoln, okay? Some people have got to be James Buchanan. Does that mean you can't criticize James Buchanan? Yes, it means he's above criticism, according to the Supreme Court. Okay, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. This is one we got to think about. Number in title. I mean, you just put both Star Wars films down here. And then $100 million plus, you put like The Dark Knight Rises. He might be in some other shit. Like maybe Looper made more than 100 million, but I'm not willing to stake a claim on that. So you just go like Star Wars Episode 8. Well, let me think about this. Star Wars Episode 8. There we go. Oh, well, that's tough, man. Because it says Star Wars The Last Jedi, but I'm pretty sure that it's Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. That's a scam. You scam me? Morgan M. Morganson's Date with Destiny. I'm not familiar with that. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in Beethoven? Bro, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in Star Wars. He's in all the Rian Johnson movies, man. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, The Last Jedi. He's on Wikipedia, man. He provided the voice of Slow and Low in Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. He plays Slow. Slow and Low has his own Wikipedia page, too. He has his emblematic line, man. Holy cow, this website is like chock full of ads. This is insane. This is unbelievable. But you don't remember Slow and Low and his very important line, yup, those are the shuttle parkers? That was like a pivotal role in the movie, man. Everything hinged on Slow and Low pointing out the shuttle parkers to everybody else. or the Empire or whatever. I don't know. I only saw it the one time. How does he know this? I didn't know who he played, okay? All I knew is that he definitely is in that movie because he's in every Rian Johnson movie. So I honestly feel like I should get the points because the movie is called The Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. I feel like that should count. But I'm not upset by it, but that's not in the title. Wikipedia, The Last Jedi. Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, marketed as Star Wars The Last Jedi. As far as I'm concerned, that's an 8, man. I don't care what it's marketed as. It was conceived as Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. They owe me my points. We don't get... The spirit of the answer was correct. You don't give me no points on a technicality like that. Oh, no, it's Reladle. Yeah, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I don't know who Two Door Cinema Club is. Sorry, no disrespect. Okay, Reladle, you're cooler than me. You're cooler. You know cooler artists than me. As a result, I can't play your game. Damn, that's sad. POV, your online dating profile lists your number one hobby as listening to music. Moving on. Okay. Sort these statistics about sleep. Surveyed from U.S. adults from highest to lowest. Percent of adults who wash their pillows at least every 3 months. I'm going to hope that that's pretty high. Percent of adults who never wash their pillows. Well, that's actually, now that I think about it, I don't wash my pillows. I wash the case. And then when the pillow turns too yellow, I just buy another one. Yeah, I got to think about that one. I thought they meant pillowcase, in which case I'm like, you should be washing that more often for sure. I love when someone throws out 3 question marks thinking they're going to be part of like the majority that's like, what? And then everyone else is just saying +2, so they've outed themselves as the aberrant. It feels damn good, man. Percent of U.S. pet owners who sleep with their pets. Percent of U.S. adults who use devices with screens while falling asleep. Percent of U.S. adults who use music to help them fall asleep. Percent of U.S. adults who rarely or never wake up feeling well rested. Okay. So, these are wild cards. I don't know how to take them. Devices with screens while falling... Your music to fall asleep is going to be really low, I think. Some people do it, but screens will be higher than that. I feel comfortable saying that. Percentage of U.S. pet owners who sleep with their pets. I feel like dog owners are like weird. No disrespect, but they don't let their dogs on stuff, even though they treat their dog like it's their child, which is crazy to me. You're like, this is the most important thing in the world to me, but I will not let it sleep on my bed because it'll make the bed dirty. Well, clearly your bed's more important than your dog then, just based on the behavior you're exhibiting. I'm just asking you to reconcile like 2 contradictory facts here. Wrong. You calling me a bad parent because my daughter watches YouTube sometimes? Okay, I'll handle criticism. Me calling you a bad parent because your fur baby isn't allowed to sleep in your bed? That's you, think it's hair in the bed, man. You don't understand the constraints of real life. That would make my bed a little bit dirty. Everything in your house is covered in dog hair to begin with, man. Have you ever been inside of someone's house when they own dogs? What does it smell like? You never go into somebody's house who owns a dog and you go like, and you're like, oh, what pet do you have? You're like, that's a dog. It's fine. It's a neutral smell as far as I'm concerned, but I mean, you can smell it as soon as you walk in. Your cats throw up all the time? Yeah, they also sleep in my bed. What do I care, man? They're living things. They deserve the same comforts that I have. It's different. Cats and dogs are different. Sorry, I didn't take fucking pet studies at Wesleyan College, okay? I'm out here in the real world being a professional streamer. You kind of did? That's right. Sometimes I forget I have a degree in biology. That's true. Anyway, long story short, percent of U.S. pet owners who sleep with their pets. More people own dogs than cats, in my opinion. Many dogs are not allowed to sleep in the bed. I'm going to put this in the bottom half. I can't imagine. Can I say something that's going to piss even more people off? I feel like half the people who answered that they never or rarely wake up feeling well rested just want the researcher who's giving them the survey to say, oh, that must be hard. I think half of these people have sleep apnea and the other half just need some attention, which is fine. It's a loneliness epidemic, people, but you never wake up feeling well rested after sleeping. That's like, never feeling full after eating. Okay, there's a few Kinoshita yukas out there, but like, it can't be that high of a percentage. Devices with screens while falling asleep. I feel like assuming this was taken in like the 2010s or later, this has got to be pretty high. I'm going to make an assumption that pillow and pillowcase are interchangeable here. I really feel like, I'm just going to say, if you're married, you're washing your pillowcase at least every 3 months. Otherwise, you and your spouse are fucking dirty, bro. One of you needs to be the responsible one and be like, let's sort this shit out. And then this should be like pretty low. I'm going to put it here. I'm fucking ass, man. Pet owners? Really? 70% of U.S. pet owners sleep with their pets. 50% of adults wash their pillows every 3 months. I can't criticize this because I don't know if it's pillow or pillowcase. 40% use music to help them fall asleep. I use a podcast or like an audiobook, so I guess it makes sense. How can 39% use music and 29% use screens, man? You need to use a screen to select the music. That doesn't make any sense. You got like an analog radio or something? I don't buy it. The numbers don't pass the smell test. Put on my fucking record player and then hop into bed. I don't buy it. Clock radio? Bro, we surveyed 100 American adults in 1971. What about Alexa? I guess couldn't afford a car, so she named her daughter Alexa. You ever interact with like a true normie? It kind of blows my mind every time. I was in the dentist's office, it was like 3 weeks ago, I guess. My dentist said verbatim, Alexa, play music. I was like, this like Rob Lowe wearing the NFL hat at the game. It's like she didn't even care like what it was. She didn't have a preference. She was just like, put something on. It's crazy, man. I respected it. I was like, damn, you ain't got like no preferences or nothing? You didn't even say like a genre, much less like an artist? That's like psychotic, man. It is the Kyle Sports sketch. That's so true. All right, slash marker me. The dolls. I gotta go to the bathroom. So many great songs popping into my head right now. 2001, 7th grade, 8th grade. What were people bopping to 7th grade, 8th grade? Britney's second album, the collapse of the boy band industrial complex, the dawn of gorillas. I gotta go next. That's got a certain squam. It's got a certain squam to it. I don't know it immediately, though. Am I crazy to think that this might be Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue? Oh. Oh, man, it's certainly familiar sounding. Give me some electric guitar. yeah, murder on the dance floor. Murder on the dance floor. So you better not change my groove. So this is, listen, I feel like I would have gotten it earlier, but this shit is too British. I only became aware of this in like last year because of the Saltburn echo. That's what I said. It is British, man. Pre like 2010, Britain and America had distinct like musical cultures, okay? Sometimes there was a crossover from time to time, don't get me wrong. But you'd be like, #1 band in America right now, the Backstreet Boys. Then you'd look at like the British charts and you'd be like, who the fuck is Kasabian, bro? Oh, yeah, the #1 album of 2005, Elbow, of course. And that shit would not make it over, man. It could not cross the Atlantic. It didn't have that kind of power. But now there's much more like exposure. The Kasabian pull is a big plus too. I had a friend in high school whose older sister studied abroad in Scotland for a year. And anytime she recommended me music, it was always some fucking, listen, she's a nice lady. But it was always like some 5 out of 10 indie rock song that just happened to be British, which made it like semi-exotic but still approachable. And I'm like, man, I'm sorry. I just can't listen to Cash Machine anymore. I just can't do it. Block Party, well, I did, the Block Party went from me to her, okay? That was my recommendation. Don't get it twisted. That was hard-fi. Thank you. Sorry, no disrespect to Kasabian. Who did, I'm thinking of Keen as well. Isn't any wonder. Is it any wonder? I know things about England. What did Kasabian make? 1 second. Kasabian, most famous song. Shoot the Runner is the one I know. What are you talking about? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what to play. Swag Wednesday. It's kind of a cursed week for collaborations as well. Because it's July 4th tomorrow, right? And Canada Day was on Monday. Corey, as a Canadian American, he's gone forever. I don't know when he's coming back. Apollo's leaving for a long journey to Arkansas. Hitman. Oh, that's right. It's on the Epic Games Store. Ghibli will always be there. So true. They don't celebrate like an Independence Day in New Zealand, right? Nope. I knew it. Do they actually, though? I don't know. They're kind of like asleep right now, I assume. Canada, when Americans say Canada Day isn't a real holiday, come on, that's like pretty offensive. We declared our independence and, you know, there's less of us than you, but we deserve to celebrate our independence as well. Canadians, when another country that isn't America has an Independence Day, yeah, but you're not really like a real country anyway, so should you really get like a whole day for this? I don't know. Shit rolls downhill, brother. Bermuda's acting real smug lately. Bermuda's been real quiet since fucking, I don't know. Hang on, game modes. I got to remember how to play this. Game mode freelancer. So true. Bermuda's been real quiet since the triangle got invented. Not a big fan of July 4th, but I love fireworks. You can enjoy fireworks. More joy being added to the world by an event like that is a positive. But I will say, I think I wouldn't say I dislike fireworks, but whenever there's like fireworks happening in Vancouver, it's like such an event. Like people go to the beach like 6 hours early to get a seat for it. And we've been a part of that. And you like put up your tent, hope nobody like takes your view line and stuff like that. And then there's like 8 minutes of like fireworks going off set to like Despacito or something like that. And I'm like, man, what the hell are we doing? And it's like the explosions happen like in time with the beat of the music. And you're like, is this really where we're at, man? Like as a society in 2024? Where like the explosions go off at the same time when he says like Despacito, and it's been like that for like 50 years. Like I kind of feel like we should have better fireworks by now. I guess drone shows, they're kind of trying to do it. But and I have a respect for the fact that it's like an analog art. Like you're setting an explosive that is going to make a painting. That's kind of amazing. But like I've seen them all at this point. I've seen the ones that look like nebulas, the really, really big ones that they shoot. You know, the ones that they kind of like, they expand and it kind of looks like a geodesic dome and then it shrinks back down a little bit. Surely there's got to be like, we need like a Wayne Gretzky of fireworks to really propel the industry to its next golden age, I think. And now I live in the largest South American city. What is it? By population? Am I crazy if I say it's Sao Paulo? My guess would be Sao Paulo. I would imagine it's Brazil, and I feel like Rio de Janeiro is big, but it's a beach town. And Brasilia, you never hear that much about. It is Sao Paulo. I was originally going to say like Montevideo or something like that. Like I was going to, because the only reason you would ask me would be if it's a trick question. So I didn't know if Uruguay had like some kind of South Korea stuff where like the entire population lives in one city, but I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I was thinking about this the other day. How is Uruguay so good at soccer with such a small population relative to other South American nations? That's kind of crazy. They're not really. I mean, they have like, the population has got to be like a few million, and they were in the final four of like the 2010 World Cup, right? Maybe the final 8, but still. They have 2 World Cups. Listen, it's the first 2, right? So like, let's... I'm not trying to say you don't have to give them props. I'm just saying. Opinion on Canada's CONCACAF performance? I feel like they didn't fully expect us to make it to the knockout round, but don't we have like 1 goal scored in 3 games? We have like 2 scoreless draws, and then we won a game 1-0. Well, I think we're just saving all of our goals for when we, I mean, we'll probably eke out a little victory over Venezuela, and then probably like, I'm thinking Argentina goes down 7-1. All right, you're right, that's not CONCACAF. Because for some reason the Copa America is organized by CONMEBOL. Goated spawn, man.
And most of all, good luck.
Goated spawn. Okay, let's see. She's right there. This is a crazy start. She ain't gonna see this. She saw it? Okay,
Why are you suffocating them?
Sorry, it had to be done.
You've spread.
Brother, this guy's toast. This poor fucker. They won't let me chuck it down there? Yeah, right. Okay, hang on. Maybe like right there. Oops. What the frick is that? He's alive.
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the syndicate. Return to the safe house. Collect yourself.
Clean. You changed 2 disguises? What? These are the clothes I came in with. That's not a disguise. That's my outfit. I want my 1,000 Hitman bucks for that one. That's a scam. Drops enabled? Oh, yeah. I don't know what you get, though. But I do know when I tweeted the Hitman sponsorship, people were like, in my replies, they were like, I watched for 2 hours and I didn't get the purple briefcase or whatever. And then IO was running like, they were running customer service in the mentions. Hey NL, where were you when Sidney Crosby scored the golden goal in Vancouver 2010? I was in Kingston, Ontario watching the game on my friend's laptop with the HDMI cord plugged into the TV. But For some reason, it was a legal feed. Like CBC was on the cutting edge of like, you know, letting you stream publicly broadcast sporting events. Our feed was like 30 seconds slower, I guess, than the other feeds. Because when we were watching it together, my friend got a phone call from his mom in overtime. And he was like, Mom, what are you talking about? Like, we won. We're watching the game right now. And then like while he was on the phone with her, we finally got to the goal. So it took a little bit of the surprise away, but I was still like, oh, sick, we won.
You need to be tactical.
Okay,
You know
tactical.
what to do.
My area of expertise. Okay, this guy, I can already tell you, he's lights out. Too easy. Just wandering around the paddock, it's over for him. You think I could just... Any chance I could just sneak right in here? Why would you lock this? It's all about memorizing their patterns, man. Just give him a second. He's going to walk back out into the garden. No! Give him a second.
I will never again meet someone like that. I can't bear to think what will happen.
This could be my moment.
I know,
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the syndicate.
Kind of insane. By my standards, kind of insane. So I did not see that the Costco guys released a song, but that's very relevant to my interests. Please tell me it references Boom in the title.
We bring the boom. That's what we do. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to you.
How does the saga keep going? Bro, I get it. You got to feed the beast. It's actually pretty good. I find that plausible to believe, which might be crazy in and of itself, but I guess I'm just gonna blow you up with the remote explosive.
Oh, shoot!
Oh no, what the frick happened? He frickin'... Oh no!
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the syndicate.
Man,
Get back to the safe. I'll be in touch.
it's a new tragedy every day, man. Poor guy tripped on a remote explosive and spontaneously combusted. Many such cases, man. We used to be a proper country. People didn't used to spontaneously... Hey, did they ever figure out what was going on with spontaneous combustion? Sorry, all the banter is now just pouring out of me. Was it people who fell asleep in bed while smoking? Yes, it turns out it's just cigarettes. Oh, okay. That was like a big mystery when I was a kid. It's like the John Mulaney bit about quicksand. Like, I would have assumed that, like, at least one person I knew would have been killed by spontaneous combustion by this point in my life. The Costco guy's song actually slaps. On a scale from Meghan Trainor to Charlie XCX, where does it land? Charlie XCX? That's crazy, man. There's no way.
Next assignment.
I don't buy it. Katana kill, silent assassin, ice pick kill. Katana kill. Do I have a katana? No. I have a tonfu. Don't you still have the katana that someone sent to your P.O. box? We threw that out, I'm going to guess, in 2015. That has been rotting in the Vancouver landfill. If Justin Trudeau didn't sell it to another country, that's been rotting in the Vancouver landfill for almost a decade at this point, along with most of the other garbage that wasn't homemade that people sent to us as like a joke, like when you open it up and you go, isn't that funny? Wow. Yeah, all that stuff is rotting. And I bear none of the blame for throwing it out. You bought it in the first place, so you're the environmental terrorist here. You're the eco-terrorist, okay? No, not Omar's stuff. We got a lot of Blu-rays. That's how I watched all of Game of Thrones, man. It was on those Blu-rays. That's how I watched Ghost in the Shell. But the Ki-Adi-Mundi action figures, yeah, those are toast. Can I alienate some people? Can I don't know. This might be a sacred cow. This one might get me in trouble. Most overrated part of living in a city. Here's my city, urbanite, suburbanite take that might rile people up the most they've ever been riled up. Little free libraries sounds like a great idea, gets your warm and fuzzy hackles all riled up, actually are shitty 100% of the time. What's a little free library? It's a community bookshelf where people can put books they don't want anymore and you can just walk by and pick out a book. Sounds like a great idea, right? Okay, first thing, regular library is already free as long as you pay your property tax. Secondly, I stop at every little free library I see when I'm on a walk because my daughter always likes to look at the books. They never donate good books. And I'm not talking about classics. I'm talking about like shit that other people would actually see any merit in whatsoever. In Vancouver, they're always chock full of like old Celine Dion, like cassette tapes and stuff like that. And then like textbooks that all the answers have already been filled out in. Like it's literally just performative environmentalism. People are like, I don't want this book anymore. I'm not going to like donate it or I'm not going to throw it out because that's bad for the environment. Instead, I'll put it in the little free library and then somebody who works for the city can go throw it out in like 10 years. They're not sending their best books to the little free library. That's all I'm saying, okay? I'm getting a lot of plus twos. I kind of want to see the little free library with some good shit, man. I don't mind. I'm not reading the books anymore. My ass is not reading, a random walk down Wall Street again. I already got it. That knowledge is already up here. I got annoyed because like my kid opened it up and there was like a kid's book in there that was like learn how to trace the alphabet. So you're supposed to use like a dry erase marker and then like you can trace the letter. You can wipe it off. You can trace the letter so you can practice, right? This motherfucker donated the book where their kid had used the Sharpie on it. So it was literally just a book of the alphabet with the letters already traced in permanent marker. That's garbage, you fucking eco-terrorist. Put it in the garbage, put it in the recycling. That's not suitable for the little free library and you get warm and fuzzy feelings inside of your soul. That's like pissing in a plastic bottle and chucking it into the woods. It's like two separate acts of littering. Now the city has to pay someone a wage to go sort through the little free library and then throw that shit in the garbage anyway. I'm telling you, man, just get a library card and go to the real library. We got lots of them. Real libraries are great. The little free library, every time I see one, like I think the 90% of the merit in a little free library is the person who built it. It was like a nice hobby for them. And then it kind of looks like you care about your community, but in practice, like in my personal opinion, I'll change my tune if I ever see like one notable non-garbage book. That's all it's going to take. I'll change my tune at the drop of a hat. I got a new copy of House of Leaves from one. So that's sick. The thing that pisses me off is I feel like based on the quality of books that I see in the little free library, I mean, listen, there's a lot of things that could be at play. Good books get taken first, so you only get the same garbage shit that's left in there forever. Or what I think, because I'm going through a misanthropic phase right now, I think people don't donate good books. I think they read a good book and they put it on their shelf so that they can signal to other people, check out this great book that I read. And when they sort through clutter in their house, they go, don't donate that book. That's good. Maybe I'll spend the 78 hours to read through it again. Donate the shit books instead. But don't just donate them to the Salvation Army. They'll just throw them out. Give it to the little free library instead so we can waste like 10,000 people's time looking through, fucking like Don Johnson's autobiography or something. What's your problem? What's his problem? Literally, what's his problem? He said, you will die today. What's his problem? It's over. What happened, man? He had coins on his head, so I was going to go in and talk to him. Then he said, I walked in and he said, you will die today. Oh, that's a private area? That's the VIP bar? Oh, man. Call that Hitman 1. But you know what? We got our sea legs underneath us again. We'll run it back. Oh, brother. First thing he said, you will die today. I'm not ever going to go to Dubai, man. feel like even in the US, they might tase you or something.
It's messy back there. A new
In Canada, they'd probably be like, hey, looking for something? Say something like that if I had to guess. Oh, your campaign is still going. That's right. That's right. That's right. You can fail one. Lethal syringe. That's exactly what we want. An epic melee kill. We must have some epic melees, right? I've got epic melees, that's for sure. Can I say something in the mode of 90s maxing? Lay's chips might be the best all-around chip on the market, man. Miss Vicky's are better. Miss Vicky's are better. Silence, Lay's enjoyer. A Miss Vicky's head is speaking. You know what I'm talking about? Kingdom of Heaven meme.
that the syndicate is currently
But I do think that
find
the
targets and eliminate. But watch your
they love it. I brought it back. I do think the kettle cooked chips have gone too far, man. I like them, but I don't know. They're so greasy sometimes. Maui onion pretty good too, and very greasy, so it flies in the face of what I was saying just a second ago. But the Lay's are underbought right now, in my opinion, even if they are the most popular potato chip in world history. Yoink. Invisible knife. Put that shit away. Oh, you go to nowhere. Smoking kills. I'm so ready for it. Smoking kills. That was sick. He practiced that in the mirror for sure. we was... Didn't have to put that much sauce on it. I don't know why he was doing it like... That's how I would have done it. That was some Michael Fassbender in the killer shit, but that's okay. Hey, Anel, just watch your last YouTube video. Can I tell you that for the plasma deck, chips are basically better than molt, so all chip jokers are better than all molt jokers. Hope this helps. Does he know? Oh, he doesn't know. Thank you, though. You are right, but I will never play the plasma deck again. Oh, you gave up? In a manner of speaking. In a manner of speaking, such as Silence chip lover, a molt lover is speaking. So true, so true. Why is every 30-year-old in this cidercade? The hell is a cidercade, man? It's like a brewery that's a cidery that's also a barcade. Did I misread the message?
However, you will need to
In the
do some homework to make
cidercade.
sure you get the right target. However, there are
You got it
many
exactly
areas
right.
so you need
I've
to
just never heard of a cidercade before because I've never heard of it be called like a beercade.
attend a business meeting.
Barcade,
For
yes.
their identity, we know that
Pick up
they have
cannonball.
brown hair, they are wearing a hat, they are wearing earrings, and glasses. Furthermore, your target suffers from dehydration.
I don't think I've
and
ever been
racism.
here.
I hope these tells can be used to your advantage. Godspeed, 47.
Hat. I mean, I could just kill both of these guys and dump their bodies in the river. Sorry, boys.
The leader has been eliminated. Get back to the safe house. I'll be in touch.
It's that easy, man. It's that easy. Sorry? Sorry? Sorry?
What the hell are you doing?
I surrender! Yeah!
Well done, 47. This will make anyone think twice before turning to a life of crime.
Easiest mission of all time. They lock the garden, but they leave the keys in the ignition of the seaplane. Make it make sense. Is Staying Alive in your top 3 Bee Gees songs?
Have a good trip. 47.
Yeah, maybe. How deep is your love? I should be dancing. Oh, more than a woman, though. You're right. I didn't even think about that. More than a woman. More than a woman to me. You have BJ songs? I think it's like one of those life hack things. It's like when music's playing, I just find it easier to ignore my gag reflex. I did see Ludwig tweet. I saw it because I saw a librarian quote tweet it. I saw Ludwig tweets. He waited 90 minutes to have his caffeine this morning. Is there anything that he can't accomplish, okay? I just want to say I love Ludwig. He's a pure soul. We can't, it's just dabbling. We can't let him become a Silicon Valley thread boy, okay? If he starts doing perennium sunning, I don't know, slime, you need to step in, okay? If he starts following the central tenets of Andrew Huberman to do like productivity life hacks and get like all of his biorhythms in sync, that's fine. But if he starts tweeting about it, slime, you got to have an intervention, okay? Now, you guys are more friends, obviously. You're very close friends. So I'm kind of inserting myself into that, and I apologize. I'm just saying I don't want to see it. I don't, the caffeine, whatever, okay? But just don't slide too deep. If you wait 90 minutes to wake up until you drink your first cup of coffee, nothing can stop you. Keep it moving. Keep it, come on, turn around. Turn around. Can I say something? I don't know if anybody here works as like a security guard. You have my respect because it seems like the most boring job that's ever existed in human history. You sit around watching all day for something to happen that never happens, but you can't look at your phone because the second you look at your phone, something's going to happen. They're basically paying you to like daydream. That's crazy. My roommate was a security guard. He would watch anime all day. Honest, I'm just going to say it, man. Based. What do you want him to do? Like, I kind of feel like, and maybe this is naive, you know, I don't work in like, or I've never worked in Fort Knox or anything like that. But like, I feel like the value in having a security guard is that people who would steal something or cause trouble are less likely to do it because they see a security guard. The value of a security guard is not, in my opinion, that you expect that person to like lay their life on the line to stop like a robbery or something like that. So I kind of feel like as long as you put the uniform on and you like sit in that little booth, I don't really care if you watch sports all day. I do security. They tell me if something goes wrong, call the cops. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It just makes sense. Turn around, man. They saw. Okay, well that means you need to die.
Excellent work, 47. You've stirred fear within the syndicate.
Whoa, what's going on?
I'm sorry. Okay, you all gotta go. Okay, perfect crime. His face. Literally, like everything was totally fine until that one person said, "Oh, I saw you push her out the window." And then somehow this is my fault. If I'm in the Hitman universe, I'm pretending I didn't see anything ever. Dude, that's how I feel like in real life. Well, like, and I know what you're going to say, like, half of you are going to say that's bad, and I think that's true, and half of you are going to say that's true with shoplifting, and that's definitely true. But you might think that I'm doing it out of like some solidarity, but it's really like, I mean, if you steal something from Whole Foods, that's none of my business, man. That's between you and Whole Foods. I don't, you know, I'm not trying to insert myself into whatever you two got going on. I'm just here trying to get my pomegranates or whatever. I used to work at Whole Foods. We had one guy who would steal like 30 coconut waters once a month. He would just scoop them into his bag and then walk out. Can I just say something? I get it, because that stuff is expensive.
Well done, 47.
They saw?
This will surely be a blow to the syndicate. Syndicate member
Run.
eliminated. Well done.
What are you talking about? What?
Return to the safe house. Collect yourself. I'll be in touch.
They were like, you're going to fail the campaign. Why? For being too good? They're getting wise to my tactic of just shooting the last target at the exit and then running away as fast as possible. Nutcracker. That's bad. Now, if I saw someone like beating someone to death on the street, I would definitely like try to rally a couple of dudes and be like, hey, stop this guy. Let's stop him. Stop doing that. I would like call 911 and stuff. But if I'm in a store and I see like a dude try to shove a flat screen into the waistband of his pants or something like that, I mean, that's not for me to get involved, in my opinion. That's between him and Samsung. You watch 10 to 20 Marvel movies, you think you're a vigilante? No, the opposite. Well, listen, I don't know, man. I think it's impossible to say until you're in that moment. If I was on a street and it was just me and two other dudes and it was one dude beating another dude to death, would I turn and walk in the other direction, or would I try to intervene to stop the dude from getting beaten to death? I honestly don't know. I think you don't know what kind of character you got until you find yourself in that moment. I might surprise myself and try to do the noble thing and then regret it later. Or I might just walk away and then like never tell anybody that it happens because it reflects poorly on me as a human being. But I don't know. What I'm trying to say is I don't think I could say, because it's so easy online. You know, everybody would be, oh, I would totally intervene. Maybe you would, but like have you ever fucking done it? Because then I would take you more seriously if you've ever done it. Another Whole Foods story. Basically every day during my work, I would quote unquote accidentally drop something so that we couldn't sell it anymore. Coincidentally, that became my lunch for that day. I support that. I mean, I don't, again, I'm not trying to just farm base, okay? Wow. My crowbar! I really feel like if you work at an establishment for a full shift, they should be giving you lunch, especially if they have food like in the store. Like a store that sells food should be giving, you should be able to get something from the hot bar every day.
Come on. Well, it's not like I haven't been here before.
I understand, I guess on a logical level, why they don't do this. I think it's crazy that like when you work at McDonald's, they don't say like, yeah, just eat whatever you want. Like they really have to, you're like, you get one like full priced menu item for a 6-hour shift or something like that. It seems like kind of, like they're kind of nickel and diming you, right? A common oil canister. Can you shoot a puddle of oil? Oh, staff key card. Thank you so much. Can you shoot a puddle of oil to make it light on fire? Yes, you can. Incredible. I did not know that. Oh, this is a beautiful setup. It's not a sound you want to be on the other side of. Get dumped. I would like to become penthouse staff, so I'm allowed to be here, and then I get to reset my hide and seek. And then, I mean, like, it's been a little boring, right? Like, it's been pretty stable up here. We should try to make it a little messy, I think. So what I'm thinking is,
It smells delicious.
follow the chef's movements and see if we can't, like, light him on fire.
It needs to simmer.
Just checking. Just checking.
Understand? I'll get out of my kitchen, you imbecile. I don't want your
Turn around.
words contaminating my food, idiot.
Timothy Chalamet in Dune 2 be like, I'll plus to you for that one. I think that's a good joke.
Huh?
Faster, please.
Oh, not right now, please. Not in the mood.
Okay, just wait. Just wait. Just wait. baby.
Okay, kids, that's enough. You need to go home now. Help! Somebody help me!
Oh man. He just went. He was standing right next to it. It was kind of a sick magic trick, right? Kind of cool. I imagine he probably got pretty warm. My time to shine. Surprise.
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the syndicate.
Oh, he's going down to the kill box, man. It's over. Oh, this guy hates me. Yeah, well, see if I care. He hates me too. There's got to be a loop around here. This is why it helps to know these maps like the back of your hand, like I do. Well, well, well.
We get an alert, we both swipe our cards. Bingo. Lockdown.
Bad time to be alone, brother.
Well, it's time.
This will surely be a blow to the syndicate. You should get back to the safe house. I'll contact you later.
Let's reload. Things are getting a little serious out here. Flash. You saw me, huh? That's bad. Hold. Hold. Chibli, I need your help. I know you're a hitman master. Oh, hang on, hang on. That felt good. Who's next? I'm running back into the danger now.
I see him.
See that.
Right. Somebody help me.
Flash out.
One move to Tango's last known position.
Ding. Textbook, man! You gotta admit, those first few were pretty good. Especially the David Copperfield trick we pulled on the chef. We must have gotten like a bonus objective, right? 3 guards using an SMG. We did hide and seek! That's crazy! Flexible murderer. What a great game. Chibli, you should play some more Hitman. This is a game, man. Okay, I will. Jake S. It's crazy that Jake S has become like my most used reaction image. Like, I don't know if Discord gives you like end of the year stats, but at least like 80% of my GIF embeds on Discord are Jake S. Okay, hang on. Save, save. Slash marker. Hitman. We're like 15 minutes late. Is Kate already live? I guess I can check. She is. Okay, I'll send you over there. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And of course, I will see you tomorrow for Swag Thursday. Chib, I'm going to send you a message in the Discord too, okay? It's not sensitive, but I just don't want to put you on blast on stream. Okay, later.
Feel good.
Bounce,
I'll do the feel good.
bounce, bounce.
Feel good.
Bounce, Scooby-Doo, bada, bounce, bounce.
Feel good.
Bounce, Scooby-Doo, bada, bounce, bounce.
Feel good.
Bounce, shoo, bada, bounce, bounce.
Feel good.
Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, boo down.
Feel good.
Change, 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 change. City's breaking down on a camel's back. They just gotta go cause they don't know whack. So while you fill the streets, it's appealing to see. You won't get undercounted cause you're damned and free. Feel good, you got a new horizon, it's ephemeral style. A melancholy town where we never smile. And all I wanna hear is the message beep. My dreams, they got her kissing cause I don't get sleep. No, and I don't feel so good. Windmill, windmill for the land, drum forever, hand in hand. Take it all on your stride. It is ticking, falling down. Love forever, love has freely turned forever, you and me. Windmill, windmill for the land. Is everybody in? Laughing gas these hazmats, fast cats, lining them all like ass cracks. Play these ponies at the track, it's my chocolate attack. I'm stepping in out of this here, Care Bear repping in harder this year. Watch me as I gravitate, ha 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 ha. We gon' ghost town this Motown with your sound up in the blink. Gon' bite the dust, can't fight with us with your sound. You kill the ink, so don't stop, get it until you jet ahead and watch the way I navigate. Ha 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 ha, ha ha ha. What's so funny? It's
good.
Boom,
Oh my God.
boom, boom.
Feel good.
Shabada, shabada.
Feel good.
Scoop, scoobity, boop, boo.
Feel good.
This is in the music video. The thing is rising in the clouds and the atmosphere. The song goes hard, the song goes soulful. It's got everything you could want. Windmill, windmill for the land, turn forever hand in hand. Take it all up on your stride. It is ticking, falling down. Love forever, love is freely turn forever, you and me. Windmill, windmill for the land. Is everybody in? Yes. Don't stop, get it, peep how your captain's in it steady, watch me navigate, ha 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 ha. Don't stop, get it, peep how your captain's in it steady, watch me navigate, ha 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 ha. Woo! No, 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 bow, bow, now.
Feel good.
Scuba da bow, 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 now.
Feel good.
Now doing a bow, da bow, bow.
Feel good.
No, scuba da bow, bow.
Feel good.
Oh, look at that. That was
really amazing, Ryan.
Kate, it's my chocolate attack.
I don't know what that means.
That's what I had to say in that song. It's
That
my
was really
chocolate
good, Ryan.
attack.
That was really good.